I don't think any of us were above 18 at the time of the start of the case, so we couldn't vote. This legal action seemed like a good way to share our voices, try and fight for our rights in a way, because youth cannot be involved in decision making, but we're going to be the most impacted down the line. We're just asking for a climate-based climate recovery plan to hold the government accountable for the action that they are not doing that's infringing on our charter rights. And we're also not asking for any compensation whatsoever. We just want our future to be safe and for the government to be held accountable. I care really deeply about what this case is asking for because it is based in science, not just like a political step that a lot of climate action by the governments have been so far.
You're asking for a plan, you're asking for action from the government, you're not asking for money. So I think it's really important that people underscore that point. When people say who's after the money or follow the money, etc., this is a follow the action plan, please.
A super important part of this case is not only going to trial, but also communicating what we believe to the public. I'm 100% doing this out of love. There is some fear that's happening for sure, but it's just because I love our world and I want to protect it and I want to protect those future generations. I know there can be a lot of politicization with these issues, but I would just want people to know we're doing it because we care, not because we want to alienate anyone else.
Section 7 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees that everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of the person. Sadie and the other plaintiffs and their legal team have been sort of saying that's not happening here. We need to do more as a country to be able to hold up our heads and say we're actually doing what it takes to protect these youth and to protect all Canadians. So really, they're bringing the case on behalf of all of us.
I'm picturing over this 7-year period of time what's happened. The International Court of Justice has ruled that climate law, natural law are international law. I'm curious, Andrew, does that support this case?
Absolutely supports this case. The International Court of Justice and several other international courts have confirmed that climate change is a human rights issue, have articulated what the obligations of state governments are to deal with climate change. We will absolutely be referring to those decisions in trying to put before the Canadian courts a sort of legal test about what Canada needs to do to better protect the rights of Canadians.